Fearless Disease.
The best way to bring your inflation rate down, move from a blue state to a red state. Blue state inflation is 0.5% higher, and that is because they don't deregulate, they keep prices up, energy is higher.
Inflation isn't hitting every state the same.
Love it, love it. Fearless Disease fans, today we expose the truth they hate to hear. Like right now, if you are ready, red states are winning right now. Means that they're, America first, and the blue states are suffering higher costs. So you see, if you want to be able to go into a state that has lower inflation, at least by 0.5%, you want to go ahead and move to the red states. Yeah, it's a very good statistic. I wonder why. We're going to talk a little bit about it today.
Same way, and the gap is only growing. New White House data reveals a clear divide with prices lower in red states than blue ones. The White House report highlights key categories, including housing and food, with the widest disparities in energy and transit. In focus, Tennessee Congressman David.
Yes, I want to go back and look at these numbers right here. Year-over-year inflation by state political control. As you see, as far as energy and transit, the ones that they highlighted in red, in the conservative states, they're at 3.5%. In the blue states, they're up 5.2%. Transit 0.7%, and liberal states 2.5%. Now that can go down to, of course, they're going to look at statistics, they're going to look at numbers, but I know fundamentally why you're going to be able to live a little bit cheaper in the conservative states. If you want to look behind the numbers, it's a mindset, it's spirituality. Usually the conservative states, they're usually built off of Christianity and God, working, being able to treat others as you want them to treat you. It's a little bit different mindset when it comes to a conservative state or a conservative person. You see, in the liberals, they can do whatever they want to do. It is what it is. You can be whatever you want. Some days you could be a dolphin. Some days you could be a woman. Some days you could be a cat. So your mindset is a little bit off. They don't understand that it translates into the way of living, the way you're going to be able to move your money, be able to make money, and be able to live, a very fruitful life. So that usually goes into it. But let's get into the numbers on why, because I already have my theory on why it's more expensive to live in a liberal state.
Kustoff, who serves on the House Ways and Means Committee. Congressman, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me today.
Great to have you. What is your assessment of this report in terms of the difference between red and blue in terms of inflation and cost of living?
Well, a number of things. First of all, thankfully, under President Trump's leadership, we have in Washington unleashed American energy through energy policy that we've enacted in the House of Representatives and Congress, executive orders that the president has issued. But to your point, Mike, it truly does matter who governs. I'm in Tennessee. I'm in a red state. We were driving this morning. We saw gas as low as $2.14 per gallon, $2.20.
He's right about that. I'm in a red state as well, and gas is a lot cheaper. My wife went over to another state that's a liberal state, and their gas is always a little bit higher. I mean, it's a way of life. It's the way we move when it comes to a red state. It's going to be a lot cheaper, but they won't tell you this a lot in the mainstream.
$2.30, and you know that in the blue states with energy, it is substantially higher in states that are governed by Democrat governors and with Democrat legislatures, in part because of the regulations that they layer on top of their energy producers and their refiners and certainly their consumers. So I'm proud of the leadership that we have in Tennessee, both the Republican governor, Republican state legislature, and again, President Trump's leadership and the leadership that we've exhibited in Washington to work to reduce these tremendously high energy prices that we saw during the Biden years.
I'm struck by the map we're showing right now on screen, national average gas prices by state, and you can see quite a disparity there in terms of different prices for different folks. So to your point, Congressman, the great state of Tennessee with more conservative policies you feel like is really having a huge impact at the pump, correct?
We do, and we invite everybody to come to Tennessee because in Tennessee, not only are we governed with a strong conservative legislature and a good conservative governor, no income tax, That helps with inflation.
Sure.
No inheritance tax, no estate tax. So it's a great place to live, to raise a family, to operate a business.
I think I can hear that.
It's always so funny when I hear liberals talk about, oh, the rich want to get richer and this and that. But you see in most conservative states, you see all the taxes that we cut off? Property tax, all these higher taxes that try to make it harder for you to live. But if conservatives wanted to make the richer, why would they cut down on taxes and make it easier for Americans to live when they're in their states? Do you ever think about that? See, this is why you have to do your own research. It's why you have to think outside the box. Because if they keep on talking like, oh yeah, conservatives care about the rich getting richer, it's not really true. They're for the working man. They would make it easier for Americans. But these are the things that they try to put in your head. You keep repeating stupid stuff to stupid people over and over again, they believe it because they don't want to do their own research. That's usually what liberals do. But you got to do your research. You got to be able to learn a little bit. Stop thinking like, okay, if a person keeps on saying stuff over and over again, are they telling the truth or are they just saying it to me over and over again? Maybe I got to do my own research and figure out what's going on. But liberals will not do that. Conservatives found a way to figure that out. That's why they became conservative. Telling you, man, two different sides, two different people.
The moving truck's heading that way. Meanwhile, the man in charge of the IRS predicts Americans could see their biggest tax refunds ever thanks to the big, beautiful bill, now law, that President Trump signed into law earlier this year. Take a listen to this.
You're going to look at probably 94% plus of middle-class Americans getting a boost. You'll look at tax rates coming down and getting the benefit going forward. You see all our Social Security recipients getting up to a $6,000 benefit. It'll be the biggest refunds that we've ever seen.
You're on the Tax Writing Committee.
I love it. We're going to get bigger taxes, man. That's going to help with inflation as well because it's going to create more jobs. People are going to have more money to start businesses. They're going to be able to pay off their taxes, pay off their debt. Hopefully they will. They should because they're getting a bigger tax refund. It's just everything all around is working very well with Trump's cabinet this year, man. I love it. Don't agree with everything that he's doing, but the positives we have to highlight and understand that he is doing what he has to do to make it easiest for us Americans. And I would say go ahead and move to a conservative state because it's just not going to do well for you, man. Awesome video. What I think the prediction is usually the gap is going to widen under Trump, man. It's going to look a lot better for conservative states, so please try your best to get to one. And blue states are going to beg for help eventually because they don't know what they're doing. After a while, people are going to see how big of a gap this is, and they're going to understand that conservatives are going to live a much healthier and a much cheaper life under Trump's regime right now, man. It's going to get better and better every single year. The link to the video is always going to be in the description, man. Check this one out. It's an awesome one. Subscribe. Smash the like first before you do anything. Next video is going to be up here on the screen. Subscribe and hit that bell. CashApp FearlessDisease always in the description if you're rocking with the movement. See you on the next one. Stay rich. Please stay fearless.